Hi, myself Vishal. I'm a certified ethical hacker and a Microsoft certified cybersecurity architect. In this video, we'll see what is hacking, who is a hacker, and types of hacker. So, what is hacking? So, hacking is an attempt to exploit a computer system or a private network. So, it is nothing but an unauthorized access to control over computer network security systems for illicit purpose. So what is unauthorized access? Unauthorized access is nothing but without getting the consent of the owner, and you're trying to access their networks, or you're trying to access their like confidential data or anything. So anyway, something which you don't have authorization to do that, and you are intruding the network and getting the access of it, and you are using those details for illicit purpose. So that attempt is called hacking. So let's discuss about what is vulnerability in general. So vulnerability is a weakness in an IT system that can be exploited by an attacker to deliver a successful attack. So vulnerability is something which is a weakness in the IT infrastructure. So this weakness will lead a way to the hacker to has its hacking process. So the hacking process will be initiated with a vulnerability in the IT systems. That's the way how one hacker can intrude over the systems. Who is an hacker? So hacker is a person who finds and exploits the weakness in a computer systems or a network to gain access. So as we discussed, so he exploits the weakness in the computers. So he exploits the vulnerability which is in your system, and he uses that weakness to gain access over your network or the systems, and that person is known as hacker. So hackers are usually skilled computer programmers with knowledge of computer security. So without the knowledge of programming or without the knowledge of computer security, so how your security levels are placed, without that knowledge, no one would be able to intrude that. So hackers will have a lot of experience in programming, and they are more skilled engineers. So a person who uses a computer to look at or change information on another computer without permission. So that's what we discussed. So they don't have a valid permission to check any information on the system, but they would try to steal that information and use it for an illicit purpose. So that's the main intention of an hacker. Moving, we'll talk about the types of hackers. So first one is an black hat hacker. So black hat hacker is a person who gains unauthorized access to computer systems for personal gain, and the intent is usually to steal corporate data, violate privacy rights, and transfer funds from bank accounts. So he's an totally a bad guy. So black hat hackers are like kind of simple hackers who just try to steal data or try to transfer funds, privacy rights. So they steal the confidential data of a corporate or a personal. Next one is a gray hat hacker. So gray hat hacker is a person who lies between the ethical and a black hat hacker. So he or she breaks into a computer systems without authority, with a view to identify weakness and reveals that to the system owner. So generally they start trying to intrude to a system, and they try all their weaknesses and they exploit those, and at the end of the exploitation they will go back to the system owner with their findings and disclose their findings that they have so much of weaknesses in their systems. So that's the job of a gray hat hacker. And the last one is an ethical hacker. They are also referred as white hat hackers. So a hacker who gains access to the systems with a view to fix the identified weakness and performs VAPT. VAPT is nothing but vulnerability assessment and penetration testing. So VAPT test to report the vulnerabilities in the infrastructure. So they are authorized hackers who go to the company and they start scanning the whole environment, and they will have the whole weaknesses reported in brief. So that's the major job of an white hat hacker. Another few types of hackers. So hacktivist, a hacker who hack to send social, religious, and political views. So this is usually done by hijacking websites and leaving message on the hijacked websites. So they just do it for kind of just showcasing that their religious view or their political views to everyone. So that's the major mindset of the hacktivist. Our next one is Fricker. So Fricker is an hacker who identifies and exploits weakness in the telephones instead of computers. They use the telecommunication as their major medium. Those people are called freakers. And last one is script kiddies. So script kiddies are non-skilled persons who gain access to a computer system using already made tools. So these are kind of beginners or early stage hackers who uses other tools, like tools which are already made by kind of high level hackers. They use those predefined tools and they try to gain access to the computer systems. Those people are called script kiddies. Thanks for listening. Stay safe, stay secure. Let's meet in another interesting video from CyberUpskills.